You know, living in New York, for me, it was about who I can be when I wanted to be it. I really had no fear of people whatsoever. I was the crazy kid, if you would. Was that I was always confident enough to give a solid answer, even if it wasn't the truth. I was really good at manipulation, really good at spinning. My tongue was a tool that I used to get whatever I wanted. I lived lavishly. I made a lot of money and I played hard. I lived paycheck to paycheck. I also found myself with a tremendous amount of rage when it came to not having my way, and thinking that I was better than everybody and slamming the phone down and saying things that, I would look back on as regretting. The anger ultimately, would be the downfall of me in losing that job. I remember getting a phone call and they said, Jared, because of your actions, both from a perspective of not keeping your mouth shut, from a professional standpoint, whether it's telling inappropriate jokes or just your anger, we're gonna have to let you go. And so in that, I lost a phenomenal job, which was a very, very tough time for me. It was about 7 months after I moved to Dallas, I fell into a state of depression. I remember crying myself to sleep several nights. It was the third night I did that. I woke up the following day with this strange desire to find a church, which was the first time in my life I've ever felt that. Several people I crossed paths with at the church would ask me, hey, where are you from, man? I'd tell them, hey, I'm from New York, I'm from the Bronx. They would say, wow, we love that city. So what did you do there? And I told them, hey, I was a fireman. And I wore firefighter shirts that friends would give me. I wore sweatshirts, I'd go places. I would walk around like I was this ex-firefighter from New York City, that I was this paid hero. Moved all the way down here, so a lot of folks started to welcome me in their circles. I was the cool kid. Little did I know that was all about to change. I became really good friends with a local pastor, that he came to me with some information that a gentleman had emailed him. It was a gentleman that I hadn't talked to in probably 7 years that had said I was not a fireman. It was then that the truth was brought to the light. It was after getting caught I would finally have to confess all that was true and all that was false. And it was a few folks that I had met, some good friends that I'd come across that said, Jared, we don't care who you are or where you came from. We love the guy that you are. That's all stuff I never actually heard in my life, and it broke me down. It was the first time that I actually heard somebody say, hey, we love you for who you are, and something I never experienced even as a child. And so it was a freeing feeling, but still, nonetheless, it was a lot of work ahead of me to try to rebuild a lot of that trust that was lost with people.